Welcome back to the stream once again. Yesterday we streamed about Berlanga and my past. Just wanted to put that out there. It's been a while. Felt like a wide fat face thing going on. I haven't combed. I made my money today. It's Sunday. I don't plan to eat much because already 369 the coconut water and today's 379. Basically, since I got into the city, the Whole Foods here are so problematic with seeing successful people that basically a bunch of homeless people saw that I had money. Because obviously I work in a library, so I'm focused on making money. But the stores, unfortunately, anything I touch gets priced higher. And it could be cents to straight dollars within weeks. So I was having coconut water. I've been a string of getting coconut water recently. Basically, I've been through cycles that I'm getting items at these stores and they're either not there or they continue to price in so that every time you get something, they take more from you. The weights of the food, they're progressive. So maybe if you picked up a $5 item of food, let's say chicken tenders that were $5, tomorrow gonna be six, the next day gonna be seven, the next day gonna be eight, up to nine or whatever. And if you come every day to get the same thing, you're getting screwed by their inability to provide the same equal amount of containers and their contents for everyone. So it's expensive, basically. Just bad. So let's go back to stock market talk. I timed Bitcoin very proficiently. When I closed my trade, I saw the 30 minute. I saw the sphere in which it was. I said sideways. It rejected there. I closed my trade and I cashed out. Took out my Bitcoin or my initial investment, short a few cents, but left the same thing, the same logic, left money there to hold forever. But it was substantial gain. It was 554, 553 to point blank 60. I sold at 60. I cashed out at 60, so it was good. There was a substantial difference in the investment and the withdrawal amount of BTC. Obviously, minus the fees. All right, so that's the goal. For you to make lots of gain, it's $100 for $10 a trade. So $20. If you want to make $20 a trade in 14 days, it's 200. You have to invest $200. And the investment calculator or things that they're not going to report to the IRS, but they advise that any gain after $600 you inform to the IRS. But they're not going to send everything. They're not going to snitch on Coinbase is not going to snitch at you, but apparently it's 600. And mine is still at $9. And I've invested so far 15. That's apparently my earnings. I don't think it's my earnings. I think my actual earnings are the Satoshi amount. My Satoshi amount value then, Satoshi about value now, which is obviously as the price is higher, which is lower, and minus fees, you keep the difference and it stays in your file, and it stays in your pool or in your asset balance. But yeah, I predicted it quite nicely. I'm not playing around with that. I predicted it like that. Like I haven't made a trade yet because obviously the stock market today this week is it's high, and I want to make bigger trades, bigger intrinsic value trades, or I have to be early enough to catch a melt up or a range. Catch a slight downtrend that's not like that's not substantial points number. Maybe like a 2 point party 2.2, basically the day range or the average day range, a $3 party. Try to trade that on a good day. But so far, we went from the bottom to the top. So I made a lot of money and I made 18% in one day on that. And I left Wall Street bets because they were trolling me in there. I don't give a shit. You see what I mean? My mind echoes. We're going to go the explanation why I left Wall Street bets since being in and out of there since 2016. I started becoming very popular there. They started posting my images, my pictures as their PFP. But I also earned a lot of hate. You know, obviously some people want to chat more than others, and when I'm there chatting on my own, sharing, because all I do is share, talk about ideas, talk about what I'm feeling, or etc. Use the chat just for whatever you want. They start hating, and they start hating more than the good experience. You see what I mean? Once people start hating you, and it becomes a negative experience being there, it's best just to leave. And I showed them I'm a really good fucking trader. I'm not like a mediocre trader. Now, I made the last trade was 18%. It was $1,790 or some shit like that in one day. Like that within minutes. Oh, you're out? Boom, boom. Went from outside the sun on an uptrend back to the range, back to the all-time high or near the all-time high. And the next day kept going higher and higher and higher. And I had days to expiration till October 14th. See what I mean? I could have held that trade and made even more money, but I'm not greedy. I'm not looking for greed. I'm looking for what I have now. Did I make money today? Yes, close that shit. That's it. I left. I wasn't gonna. I basically the difference between having good trades and sharing them with my peers and having a bad experience or you know resonating thoughts in the head of what they're trying, what they're saying. You're homeless, or you're nobody, or you don't have a job, or you don't have a home, you're homeless, blah, 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 blah. This group of people that were just anti me did the same thing they did when I was young in my life, divide and conquer. While these group of men were raping my girlfriends and drugging them or whatever, they did the same exact thing. I had a big group of friends, 80-person deep. And motherfuckers like that, just like this group of criminals in Wall Street bets that made me leave entirely, did exactly the same thing. Behind my back, they were dealing drugs. They were taking groups of people behind my back. Once I'm not there, yo, I got dope, yo, I got cocaine, yo, I got weed. And a big group like that everyone's a friend. I had girlfriends imagine how many girlfriends, actual girlfriends, I had in an 80-person group kissing my lips when they're not around. And how every time they took a small group of person and dealt them drugs, those people were less interested in me because they used me as the entry point, as the talking point, as the laugh. Oh, he's funny. Oh, he's this and that. He's this and that. And then once I'm gone, drug a woman, rape a woman, and act inappropriately. Just deal dope, deal coke. As a result, my youth is the same thing, divide and conquer. Spics, Latinos, or whatever, mixed with African Americans with this idea that they're going to get rich using me as the entry, as the key to beautiful women and, to the life of a socialite. I knew Paris Hilton, at a level of a Paris Hilton, an actual socialite, hanging out with rappers like Tego Calderon, like Nicky Jam or whatever. These people were just looking to ruin all my relationships. Ensure that I had nobody because they wanted them first. Because all they want people for when they're in that mentality, it's for business to deal drugs. So whenever I have a negative experience with people socially, that there's like a small group of toxicity, I'm out. I'm not gonna deal with your shit. You don't deserve to know my trades. And I gave good signals too. I let them know, yo, I'm long, yo, I'm flat. That's enough. And that's basically most of Wall Street bets. There's some people there that aren't into learning how to trade. They're more there in, oh, do we go short? Do we go long today? And making their trades based on the direct message of other people just to see if they could copy fund or grow their wealth with other trades, or maybe even inverse them or whatever to see if they win or not. But at my level, I'm predicting the stock market. I'm 100% in trade so far since I started using my strategy. 100%. The creator of this main idea assumed that price and time are not random. Understand that? That's the concept of that I'm following. Price, time, not random. And when you see the stock market, people, yeah, it does whatever it wants. Nah, there's a pattern. There's a pattern in hours based on RGTM, RGTG, um, closing and sales of APAC, and other terms, which are basically purchases and sales of where they handle the stock, the places where they deal with the transactions in the stock market across the 5 continents. So there's a pattern in certain areas in which APAC, which is the United States, 9:30 to 4, Europe, which is before us, Japan or Asia, which before Europe, etc., that transactions and and tomorrow's transactions start here at an additional hour, etc., etc., etc. So there's excess of liquidity and transactions in specific trades during the day, during the week, during the 24-hour period. Then all markets are open. You see, and an investor, you want liquidity, you want volatility, because that's where you're gonna know if you're gonna make any money or not. So far, the creator of the strategy made $25 million in futures. I'm not gonna mention his name so you don't create the indicator yourself or whatever. And he claims 92% of the time you win. And I'm at 100% of the time you win because I'm smarter. 100%. None of my trades have been red. I got really close to one on a trail stop that I made 7 cents. On a 25-cent trail stop that I made 7 cents. Basically, it dipped almost 25 cents. It dipped to 25 minus, it dipped to 18 cents. Yeah, it dipped to 18 cents in the red, and it climbed up, went 25 cents up, which is to the, it hit the trail stop after dipping, and I closed with 7 cents, and that was a very lucky move for that. But the rest of my trades are $1,000 deep, like that. I don't play. 45 DTE out, 30, 40 days to expiration, 55 days to expiration. You see that? Oh, we're swing trading or whatever. We're down. That mid trade the trade that I did the last time that I made a trade, was the day that I left Wall Street Bets. It was an intra-channel bet, basically on the daily candle in SPY. There's a big price action channel, 564 something at the bottom, 512 price action, $40 or more or price action. I made a trade in the middle of that range and still nailed 2,000 from the middle to the top. Bang. See that? And I closed it at 550 because I'm nice. See, I said, oh, 550, good. This shit went to 550 up to 560 within the next day. But I closed it at 550 because that's enough. And I had already made 18% on that trade. Green from the start. From the start. Oh, it went past. Boom, bye. We're gonna like I bought twice. The first time it went red because obviously it's a long-term trade. On the 30-minute, it went red. 2 days after I made the trade, I rebought. I bought 40 contracts in total, 350 something out delta, and it bounced back to 550 the same day for an 18% profit. $1,700. I don't play. What I'm doing, it's not a game. And they want to be I left Wall Street Bets because they were trolls. They didn't give a shit. They were just in their own fucking echo chamber or whatever, being very clownish and trollish. So I left. Fuck them. I could do this on my own, And I eventually will sit back down and start getting my trades. Once again, I got my Bitcoin right. I was definitely right. We're still stuck in the fucking range. When I sold, I said, this is the highest it's gonna go. I'm gonna close here. And since then, since that top, it's been like sideways. So, chef's kiss to what I've created. So, I've coded hundreds of trading programs since I started. Hundreds. And ChatGPT wasn't even out when I was already coding, and ChatGPT came out, and I kept going, basically taking other people's codes, making them better, adding plots, making my own, basically all types of shit. And this last one, I need nothing else. I need no bias, but what I have now, no VWAP, no lines, no support or resistance, just that, nothing else. 100%. No losses. Almost a loss with 7 cents. Almost. Just almost a loss with 7 cents. And that's it. And we're talking about at least 10 trades since. I made like 15 trades already. 100%. Not missing. And huge trades too. Not bullshit ones. Ginormous ones. So yeah. Hope you guys have a good day. I'm definitely enjoying my day. I'm definitely not eating anything. I have my coconut water. I'm not spending anymore. I'm definitely way ahead on my spending. I'm trying to save money. Hopefully, we don't go into deficit once again this month, because then we won't. We might be able to regain control, but so far, I need to be completely constrained with cash, and that's what I'm doing right now.